Ow! That'll do. Heater box. Right, next up, have a look at the fan. There's actually a brand new fan, but just got to tart up the mounts as they're a bit shitty. And so the old one just crumpled to bits and just ended up in the rubbish. I was planning on leaving the fan out of the car, but it's quite an essential part of the heating system, so it goes back in rather than being on its way back to China in a recycling bin, coming back reincarnated as cat litter or something, which is kind of what it deserves. Fucking rubbish. Absolute cack. So as I'm doing a rewire, I'm going to have to take the dash out again, which is not a pleasant job, because even though I'm quite a small chap, I don't quite fit into some of the spaces I need to fit in to get it out. First up is the steering wheel. Like the t-shirt, that's me that is. Pops off. There we go. Very important. Shit. Bloody hell, am I supposed to get to that? It's the oil pressure sender. Bugger! Oh, my ribs! Ah, shit. Next! Sorry. Oh, bloody hell. Shit. There's got to be an easier way of doing this. Lovely. Look at all that shit. Tea. There's a bonnet hinge on the driver's side, which should be the passenger side, I do insist. It's a bit bent, and I think that's one of the reasons why the bonnet didn't shut down properly, so need to replace that from behind the dash. Is that actually doing anything apart from getting on my tits? I'm very, very bent. Bonnet hinge. Actually, on comparison, they're not that much different. See the stress there. Right, nice new one. Let's stick it in. Easier said than done. Another job done. Chuffed with that. Right, these combined side and... oh, hang on, no, this is the rear flasher light bulb glass. Now, the manual says, and I quote, prise back the rubber lip and insert a screwdriver blade under the glass retaining collar. Right, rubber lip, I assume that's that. Lever the collar out from the lamp body. Remove the lamp glass and unscrew the bulb. That's just screwdriver and levering are two words I don't really want to hear in the same. Of course, this bulb has been smacked in actually, so you can see it. Nope, not happy about this. I think I'm going to do some more research before I ralph that off. Here we go. I love this. I absolutely love this. I've just taken off the passenger side lens on the back, and there we have the wiring loom. You see, this is even worse than me. This is the wiring loom, and it's actually soldered onto the bulb. That is just shockingly awesome. This day is gradually getting worse. After doing some research, pulling the retainer off, the rubber, like so, is actually nice and easy. And then pulling the glass out from the rubber, it's nice and straightforward. On this side, on the other side where I was having some problems, not only is the glass broken, but it's been glued in. Just pulled this one off, and you can see there's a lovely thick silicone glue holding the glass in place. And I honestly don't think I'm going to get the glass out. You can see it's broken, so I'll probably just have to write it off and get a new one. Boils my wee wee. There we go. Ah, come off, you bugger. And obviously the glass has been glued back together as well. Well, at least he hasn't soldered the bulb in on this one. No. Gonna try anyway and see if I can get out the number plate light. The problem I foresee with this is that there's rather a lot of Bondo. Oh, well, there's one of the screws. Okay, well, I think that has successfully fallen off. You can probably tell I'm not having much fun right now. More tea. It's a nice easy little job. Gear stick gaiter. Again, not quite sure what it's from, but bloody Nora. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Handsome. Next fugly job is all this lot, hence Medusa's bikini wax. I almost don't know where to start with it, but I have the wiring diagram, so I know where to stick the ends. I did buy one of these Dymo things, which prints out on yellow sticky paper. I thought, how brilliant would that be to have the wiring loom with all of the contacts marked up when I have to do stuff in the future. The thing is, it don't stick too well, so masking tape. I think I've tamed Medusa's bikini wax a little bit anyway. I'm starting to figure out which end goes where and why. Making a start by disconnecting the old. So I really do not like these connectors. Pain in the tap. A little bit of wire turned over, pushed through the hole in the bottom and turned over. Don't think it's particularly good, but I understand they had to build these things to a budget. Okay, ready for the new wires. Getting a bit tired of constantly having to climb in the back to get to the wiring. Oh, I'm getting a bit too old for this bollocks. Oh shit! Just trying to pull the last of the old wiring out. It's not going too well. So this is what I was going on about. This is the old loom for the back. I don't know why you didn't just rip the whole thing out, put a new one. It would have been a lot easier than putting all of these connectors. But it's out! Sorry, I seem to be grumbling and moaning quite a bit, but that was the old loom that originally went out towards the back. And there's this, which I've cut, was for one of the indicators, I believe. Now we've got the red one here, which, if you can see, it goes under the carpet and in through the bulkhead. That's the brake light, which had been added at a later date. I think I'm just going to cut that as well. Right, just pulling the old Bloody hell. Pulling the old loom out. Don't know why I'm being so civilised about this. I see lots of bodges and soldering, and I have to cut that bugger. That was a good one. Finally managed to extract the back end of the loom. The front end of the loom is actually even worse, and there's more of it. As you can see, all of the fabric coating has just perished. And look at that. Ooh, that's a nice big fat burn there. That's why this is what I've been whining about. And that's just the back bit. Because I'm not having much fun at the moment.